Hey guys, Derek. I'm gonna be doing some testing on the tracking and stuff like that on this DJI Mini 4 Pro I got the other day. Following me around on my bike, and then following my friend Jay around on his 1975 MX400B. Pretty cool. The tracking works pretty good. I think I'm doing 180 turns, and I think because of that, it's kind of throwing it off. And the field I'm riding in is pretty small compared to the flight pathing and stuff like that of the drone. I think, I don't know, I'm not sure. Like I said, it's the first time testing it out of the features and things like that. So it worked pretty good. I crashed twice. It's kind of fun. And I'm laughing because of this tripod setup I got going on. I got my helmet sitting on top of the tripod to hold it. It's kind of funny. Anyways, let's get into the testing, and I'll put a picture of what I'm using here in a video. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, so right here on this setting, I have it set up on POI. I'm leaving the controller there on that stump as I take off, but I have it on point of interest, and I have it set to stay in front of me the whole time, and I have it on the close distance, which is set to 4 meters. I figured out how to switch it to feet, but it stays in front of me pretty good right at the start here until I start making these corners. Then it kind of goes a little haywire, but I guess that's understandable, being that I'm flipping 180 like I said at the beginning. So once it makes that sweeping corner, it tries to get back in front of me like I told it to do, and then I think part of the reason why it goes all kind of funky is just about there where it catches up, it flips half around and then has to come catch back up and get in front of me again. And that's why I was thinking maybe the area that I'm riding in here just isn't quite big enough. I haven't tried the parallel, but again, here I flip, do a 180-degree turn, and it tries to catch back up and get in front of me again. So you'll see the avoidance works pretty good on these bigger obstacles like the garage. It looks like it almost clips that pole a couple times, but that is kind of a smaller thing. I'm not sure how small it picks up. I know it has a hard time with the trees, the little limbs, things like that. You'll see that here coming up shortly. So on this wide sweep here, it's trying to catch back up with me, but it took such a large sweep that it put itself into the trees, and luckily it didn't go too far into the bushes here. And it gets itself back out, and I think maybe if I would have kept riding, it came back closer, it would have picked me back up, maybe, because it looks like it's looking for me, but I think just because I was in the same spot, maybe it just didn't pick me back up. So here's Jay on his 1975 MX400B coming around. We just got it going again today. He ordered a needle and seat and then the bowl gasket for the carburetor. Put all that stuff in. We messed with it for a little while. Kept dumping gas out of the bottom, and we couldn't figure out why. Well, we bent the float up and down and all over the damn place. Finally, we took the needle and seat back apart, and it had some gunk and goop and nasty in there. And a brand new one, so it must have had some junk in the fuel line or something. Pulled that apart, cleaned it all up again, put it back together, and she fired right up, no problem. So this is the first time riding it in a little while, and it gets up and goes pretty good. He's having a good time on it. So it's probably operator error on my part, but I'm flying manual here because I couldn't pick him up on the tracking while he was moving. You have to move your finger on the screen over what you want to track, and it wouldn't pick him up. It was acting kind of weird, probably maybe because he's going too fast, or I'm not sure, but it just wouldn't pick him up on a track. So I fly around manual, following him around. I need to get used to doing that anyways and get better at the movements and things. So I'm flying around, following him around. He's having a good time. We're having fun. So on this clip, I have it set up on action shots, but I have it just set on auto, and it tracks me pretty well, but the same issue was happening with me. It seems that it's just taking such large sweeps on my 180-degree turns back and forth up and down the lawn here. And you'll see coming up my first crash ever with it, where it puts it off into the buckwheat. So on the drone itself, there's 3 different speeds you can have it on. You can have it on cinematic, normal, and sport. And this is on the normal mode. All of these are on normal mode. I tried cinematic and it lost track on me just because it's a little too slow for what I'm trying to do here. It tracked me really well, and I think it would do a good job, say on some like single track or something like that, or if somebody's doing maybe some hill climbs and I could park it in front of them and it'll follow them up the hill, something like that maybe. But for what I was doing, it was a little bit too slow, probably because of the big sweeps, and it'd lose track of me. It avoided that tree pretty well. I was actually kind of surprised when I watched the video back. I thought it had stopped, but it seemed to have picked me back up once I started moving again. Kind of like what I said there before. I think the first time, if I would have kept moving closer, it would have picked me back up maybe and came to me. So here's where it takes that really big sweep and it finds that same tree that it almost crashed in before. It must not have did a good enough job the first time. I had to go check it out again, and it hits in there. It doesn't make itself out. It was pretty deep in there. You can't tell on the video, but it was pretty deep in there, and it comes crashing down. So as you can see, we lived to fly another day. Nothing broke, no blades. One of the wings bent in or folded in, so just folded that back out, dusted it off, and off we went again. So I threw it back up again on auto, and I tried to plan my turns a little bit better, but instead of being more to the left, I went to the right and found another tree. Ultimately, I think this thing is going to be awesome for what I want to do with it. I'm going to chalk up the crashes to the quick 180-degree turns in the short amount of time that I was doing them in. If you like this video, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and have a good day.